Good morning, great people, and thanks for tapping back into another Monday Matters segment. Today is May the 10th, 2021. And how are you being intentional with your life? Are you purposely trying to cause harm to others? Are you purposely trying to seek revenge? Are you purposely seeking love? Are you intentional about your personal relationships with your friends and family? Are you intentional about the upkeep of home? Are you intentional about your own health journey in life or your health lifestyle in your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual being? Are you intentional about your finances? Are you intentional about goal setting? Are you intentional about whatever it is that you're looking to seek from life or that you're trying to put out into your life or into the universe? You know, being intentional is just about doing something on purpose, something deliberately, something you're being purposeful about something that is important to you. So take, for instance, me with my art. I may not paint every day, but I do small things, or I make small contributions to the outcome of what I anticipate the long-term goal is going to be. So small actions always create some type of change. You know, as long as you're putting something towards it on a daily basis, you can create the change that you desire. You know, a lot of times we get so caught up in what society expects of us, what the world expects of us, and we get trapped in that repetitive unhappiness, you know, that repetitive level of stress. You wake up in the morning, it's like routinely, you get up, you're upset that you have to go to somebody's job, or you have to go and you have to do something that you really don't want to do, but you feel like you have to do it because that's the way to put food on the table, you know. But what if you were the same way that you were intentional about getting up to go put in work at someone's job? What if you were intentional about finding your own passion, seeking what makes you happy, what brings you joy, you know, being intentional about how you show up for the day. I have this thing where I set at least 2 intentions for the day, whether that's me going to be happy no matter what the day brings, me working on something towards my art, me working on something towards any other projects that I'm working on. But I have 2 intentions that I set for the day, and I get to create that tone. I set that tone for my day. So how are you creating the outcome of your day? Like, we can't control our situations, but we can control how we show up in the world. And that's one of the ways that you want to be intentional. You want to set the tone for your day. You know, you want to have control over how you react or how you respond to certain things. You know, when we give people the power and the authorization to have control over our reactions and behaviors, like, that's taking away our own power. You don't want to give somebody that much control to where they determine how you operate or how you feel for the rest of the day. You want to create a to-do list. What do you have to do for the day, for the week, for the month? And you don't want to pile this up with so much information or so many things that you have to complete. Limit it to about 5 different things. You know, if your day and your time allows you to achieve that. So you want to be mindful and intentional about the time and the efforts that you're putting into it, because if you set too many things on your to-do list, you won't be able to create them all. It's just going to be like a checklist. Check it off, and it's not going to have that intentional, emotional connection to it. You also want to self-reflect, you know. Where were you last week? Where were you months ago compared to where you are now? How much more do you have to put in to achieve what it is that you're trying to achieve? You know, what is your self-care like? Are you taking time for yourself? Are you taking mental health days? Say your intentions out loud or write them down. You know, what is it that you want to gain? What is it that you want to contribute into the day? Set goals and be deliberate about how you're showing up to work on that goal, or, you know, to create that change. Identify how much time you'll put into what it is that you're trying to create. I'm very intentional about my time, y'all. And I feel like when you have a level of respect for yourself, you always want to feel like you're being productive. You don't want to waste time. Again, my biggest thing, we only have one life to live. So how are you using your time? You want to mind your social media time. That's a big thing. Sometimes I'll catch myself scrolling and I'm like, nope, I got to stop. I'm spending too much time on here. Or even, just what you're consuming. What type of TV shows are you watching? What type of music are you listening to? Those things all contribute to how we show up and how we're able to be intentional with our lives. The last thing you want to do is listen more than you speak. A lot of the times I come across people who they just like to talk, but they don't hear anything else that the other person is saying because they're too wrapped up and caught up in their own mind that they don't have space to take in knowledge or important information that can benefit them from somebody else. So listen more than you speak, and that will help you. That will definitely help you kind of figure out how you want to continue to move in life. All information isn't good information, but nonetheless, it's information. You get to choose how you're going to apply it to your life or how you won't apply it. Just remember, guys, that we have everything that we need right within us to create the type of lifestyle that we feel like we deserve. So be intentional with your time, be intentional with your life. And if you haven't been intentional today, start being intentional about the things that you're trying to create within your world. That's my time today, guys. Y'all have a blessed Monday. Peace.